How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and you already know what this video is about to be. I'm gonna be counting down my top 15 favorite songs of 2018. It's been a pretty crazy year for music, I would say. A lot of hits, a lot of misses, a lot of just everything being all over the place, a lot of surprises. And actually, I think this year turned out to be a pretty great year for music. I've already talked about my top 10 favorite albums of the year, and today I want to talk about my favorite songs. But I also actually have 5 honorable mentions that are in no particular order that I'm going to share with you guys right now. So those are the songs that I really liked as well that just did not make the cut for the top 15. But without further ado, let's just jump into the actual list. What are we waiting for? While you guys are here, make sure to leave a like on this video and tell me down below your top 5 favorite songs of the year.
Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on this all damn day.
Starting off my list at number 15, we actually have a Post Malone song called Stay off of his album Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Now, I was never a fan of Post Malone in the past, so this one kind of surprised me. This album actually had a ton of bangers on it, so I was kind of shocked there, but of course I was drawn into the slower, more honest track Stay, which features an acoustic guitar and just Post Malone kind of belting out these beautiful vocals. It's very emotional, gorgeous music, and just haunting overall, and it feels kind of sad, but it's so catchy and singable. It's just a really nice piece of music, and it shows what he is truly capable of. If you're not into his normal like rap or hip hop stuff, this is really showing a different side to him, a more emotional and vulnerable side, and I just love it. Like, the song speaks for itself. Just go listen to it, listen to all the words. Some of you might find it cheesy, but I really love it.
The caution tape wrapped around my brain has continued to stay a constant strain right behind my face. I'm still waiting for a slight break.
Moving right along to a louder track that kind of reflects on life and the lessons that you learn. Now, this is Caution by Tiny Moving Parts. Guitar tapping, heavy drumming, and raw vocals kind of give us a glimpse of the lead singer's life and just his feelings as he's growing up, maturing, and just kind of realizing that the past cannot be changed, and all that you can do is just move forward and make the best of it. This track hits hard, and it's sure to get you moving around when you sing along or yell along to these powerful lyrics.
Well, my friend, it's been quite a year, and I feel right now that I need you here. A romance so cavalier, I hear your voice, but you're never near.
The small Canadian band Bearing surprised me with their debut record Blue in the Dark this year that actually made my list. And Aforementioned is the track that really made up my mind there. It's the song that got me hooked on this band's sound, and I was just won over instantly. This is a song that I played over and over and over again because it was just so good, and still to this day I come back to it all the time. Classic pop punk instrumentation accompanies the laid back, smoother vocals, and I think this song is all about just being in a band, touring, being away from home, kind of getting used to that, but more directly I think it's about just being far away from your significant other, and we're kind of getting bits and pieces of the experiences that he is having while he's in a band, whether it's good or bad. Though without her it is definitely a struggle, and this is something that I can relate to because I was in a long distance relationship for about 2 years, so it does suck to kind of miss out on everything that your significant other is going through. But this song doesn't sound sad or angry or anything like that. It's actually quite optimistic and hopeful and kind of happy and reassuring to his girlfriend or whoever that, you know, they're gonna be just fine and it's all worth it in the end because he's doing what he loves. And I just love the whole flow of this track. It's so addictive to listen to, and I'm really glad I discovered it. At number 12, we have Shade by Trash Boat, a more post-hardcore leaning pop-punk track that really packs a punch, and this is actually the song that got me into Trash Boat, the first song that I really liked by them and got me excited for this upcoming record. And I had no idea they had so much aggression in them, and their singer is so talented. He can really sing beautifully while also just belting out these insane screams and yelling parts. It just kind of keeps you interested the whole time because there's a lot going on, and they change sound a lot, I guess, going from louder to softer, but they both sound equally great. This is seriously an underrated gem that deserves so much more praise and attention, so please go check it out if you haven't. There's a Reason by Wet is number 11, and this one actually caught my attention when my boyfriend John was playing it in a different room one day, and I had it stuck in my head instantly just from that point. And because of that, I just went and kind of rediscovered it on my own, and I fell hard for this one. I was seriously hooked, guys. I probably played this song like 10 times in a row just because it sounded that good to my ears, and it was very relatable as well. It's a very like breezy, just kind of airy and, I don't know, summery, upbeat, just cute little song about falling in love. The title says it all. There's a reason you're by my side. So it's something that I just connected with a lot. And like I said, I find it really cute, very catchy. This is such a great song. Like Pacific won my heart in 2016, and they brought it yet again this year with their newest album, and Sedatives, I believe, was one of the first singles, if not the first single for this record. And ever since hearing that, I just could not get enough. I'm a huge fan of like the power behind Jordan's vocals, and I just feel like they sound kind of unique when compared to your regular run-of-the-mill pop punk band. There's a lot of emotion packed into his voice, and you can really hear that on this song specifically. Sedatives discusses the feeling of just kind of losing yourself and not really knowing who you are anymore, and kind of resorting to self-medication or sedatives to kind of cope with that. Now this song is just so singable, so memorable, and just very impactful if you relate to it. Within the mess that is Fall Out Boy's Mania, luckily there were a few hidden gems on that record, but the one that impressed me the most was Bishop's Knife Trick, which clearly is making this list today. Now, unfortunately, they placed this song as the last track on the album, which would have worked out perfectly if Young and Menace didn't come right before it, and we all know that song was a train wreck. But luckily, this song still kind of shines bright on its own, and it really captured my attention upon that first listen. This song is the perfect example of musical evolution and progression for Fall Out Boy, and I just wish they would have done more like this song, because this is truly a gem right here. It reminds me a lot of Jetpack Blues and songs like that. It remains emotional, experimental, but it's all catchy at the same time, and I love the mood here. This is definitely one of their best post-hiatus tracks, and it deserves a lot of praise amongst its peers. Heavy, potent bass and guitar amongst an atmospheric, hazy setting. That's what we get with my number 8 pick, Dweeb by Teenage Wrist. While nearly every track on this album is great, this one is easily a huge standout because the chorus is so simple yet very effective. All it says is, I do, I do. That's literally it, but it sounds so good. It's just so airy and shoegazy, and again, the guitars really carry this entire song. And they would sound good by themselves on their own and just like an instrumental track, but all those other elements just complete this song, and it's just like the best euphoric listen.
Honey, I can't stay awake, 'cause in blood streaming.
Boston Boston Manor's new album, Welcome to the Neighborhood, had several contenders for this list, believe it or not. Halo, Stick Up, Bad Machine, but the one I went with, of course, was England's Dreaming. Now this song, upon the first listen, literally the first time I heard this song, I believe it was on a live stream actually, it was kind of like a live reaction, and I just was literally jaw to the floor, just blown away, like just listening like that for the whole time, because I had no idea this band was capable of like that many amazing songs like this. I liked Boston Manor before, but this album, they really stepped it up, and England's Dreaming is just one of those perfect, haunting, and eerie songs, but it's explosive in nature and just makes it so enjoyable to listen to, sing along with, air guitar with, whatever. This is just one example of all these brilliantly crafted songs on Welcome to the Neighborhood. Such a great album experience. Please go check out the whole thing, but this song is clearly my favorite from it. It really isn't difficult for Basement to please me. Being a sucker of their 90s alt-rock inspired emo and grunge sound, Disconnect just kind of won me over instantly, like there was just no question about it. This one opens up with inviting, catchy guitars that just kind of build up and explode into one of the best choruses of their entire career. This really encapsulates all of the best components of Basement's music while tying into religious themes within the lyrics. It just hits hard, it's massive, it's a massive song. The chorus is just fantastic, and it really calls you back for more.
My friends sell drugs, but I just sell sad songs too. The ones that feel alone. You can count on me when it all goes wrong.
At number 5, we have You Can Count on Me by Trophy Eyes. This is a song that I actually discovered when I was on vacation at the beach. That is right when the song dropped, and I knew right then and there this is going to be making my list for this year. I actually thought it was going to be number 1 for the longest time, but as you can see, it made it to number 5. Still a great spot on the list, but this is easily one of their best choruses that they've written, and I love that it combines both the heavier elements from Chemical Miracle and the more laid back, just kind of rock style from The American Dream. And I love the attitude behind this song. It's just kind of almost a middle finger to like their older fans that kind of, you know, disown them whenever they change, or just, you know, fans that think they're owed something by a band just because they bought their record or went to see them live. You gotta remember that bands are normal people too, and you don't know them as well as you think you do just because you follow them on Twitter or something. It doesn't mean that you're best friends with them. It's just a really interesting subject that needed to be tackled in this scene especially, and I'm really glad they did. Just dive into those lyrics and you'll see what I mean.
Oh no, what your mama gonna say when I tell her that I broke your heart?
Ruiner by Nothing Nowhere is my next selection, and this one reeled me in because of that gloomy electric guitar, the relatable lyrics of course, and just the overall dark mood. And this really captures the feelings and emotions you have when you're depressed, just kind of having self-doubt, not really knowing what to do with your life, thinking everyone assumes the worst about you, and just kind of beating yourself up over a breakup, a heartbreak, you know, just blaming yourself for everything, not being able to get out of bed, all that kind of stuff. These are all things that I really connect with personally, so it was something that I just could not stop coming back to. And the music video for this is really striking. It features an older man. I can't really remember all the details of the video, but it just feels even more depressing and sad when you watch that video. But nonetheless, this is one of those songs that just keeps getting stuck in my head, and I'm never mad about it because it's such a great track. Oh my god, guys, number 3 is just genius, and this one gets better and better with each listen. It's Love It If We Made It by the 1975, probably their best song on their newest album, and seriously one of my favorites of theirs of all time. And this one comments on modern society, making endless references or even direct quotes that just kind of sum up the modern world right now on a social level. It does have a lot of hope though. I'd love it if we made it. That's like the whole theme of the song, you know, despite everything else going on and everything that is mentioned here, it's still sort of an outcry, but in the most enjoyable way. Musically, this is such bliss. The guitars bring that 80s vibe that the 1975 are known for, and it just makes this reflective tune sound even more optimistic, while it also makes you think about the world around you.
Sipping on straight chlorine, let the vibe slide over me. This beat is a chemical.
All right, guys, we are super close to the top, but at number 2, we have Chlorine by 21 Pilots. This is seriously one of their best songs that they have ever created, and I swear to God, they better add this to the set list by the time I see them in June. This track is a euphoric banger. Over 5 minutes of just straight fire. The chorus is addictive, and this song takes so many different just turns that I just can't even handle. There's so much going on, but it's all so equally good, and it just works somehow. Chlorine is all about the songwriting process and just how it can be a cathartic, just stress relieving process for Tyler Joseph. And he sounds so fantastic on this song. The beat literally is a chemical, guys. Like, I can't get enough. I don't even know what to say about this song. It's just so good. It speaks for itself. Like, my words will never do it justice. Just go listen to this one. Listen to the whole thing. Listen to it in the context of the album. All I can say is that I love this song literally so much, and it's one of those that you're just gonna find yourself singing for like the next year because it's just that earwormy in the best way possible.
Lazy, burning through my trees. She says that I'm crazy, but I don't let it faze me. Taste me, baby, take me as you please.
And finally, guys, at number 1, my favorite song of 2018 by far goes to Take Me As You Please by The Story So Far. And guys, seriously, this is one that I have not stopped coming back to since the day I heard it. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, I could probably listen to this song 5 times at least every single day, and I still would like love this song and not get tired of it. I just love the whole vibe and the attitude of this one. It just feels happy. It feels like sunshine. I don't even know how to explain it. This track is all about kind of moving on from the past, kind of putting all the bad blood that you've had with people and relationships and all that behind you, and just kind of being an adult, growing up, moving forward into a more positive headspace and not acting all immature, not dwelling on those things, not being bitter towards anybody, just kind of growing up. And as someone who's been a fan of this band for several years, I feel like I've kind of grown up with the band, so it's really cool to see them just finally mellow out a bit. I've said this about the album, but really just kind of writing in a more positive way about life and not just being angry in all your songs about the same ex-girlfriend, Parker. I love how breezy and refreshing this track is. Seriously, it just feels like a breath of fresh air, and I think that's how the band feels going forward with this new style, new music. I just cannot help but smile when this song comes on. It's just so pleasant, so beautiful, and it kind of serves as a reminder that things do get better. This is definitely my favorite song of the year, and probably one of my favorite songs of all time, at least by The Story So Far. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Those are my top 15 favorite songs of 2018. I hope you guys did enjoy this list. Obviously, this is all based on my personal music taste. I'm not saying that these are the best songs of this year that everyone should agree with. It's all just based on my personal music taste, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like while you are here, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's actually gonna be it. I think this is the last video of the year for me, so I'll see you guys in 2019.